And as you come to lie on your back with the feet together, and find a comfortable place for your hands to rest. If you have them resting on the body, you have an opportunity to further connect with the movement of your breath, the belly rising as you inhale and softening as you exhale. Start to notice your body, maybe in a way that you haven't yet noticed it this morning. Feel the parts of your body that are connected to the ground beneath you. Notice the air filling up space in your body as you take it in and emptying as it leaves your body. I'll invite you to stay curious throughout your practice this morning. With each transition and each breath in, continue to ask yourself how you're feeling, where you're feeling it, and if you want to deepen a posture or if you need to lighten it and back out of a posture. Constant conversation. And straighten your left leg long, pull your right knee in towards your chest, give it a squeeze in. Roll out that right ankle a bit in one direction and switch directions, getting out any cracks. And we'll come into a half happy baby here to start. So reach for the outside of your right foot and begin to lift the right foot towards the sky. And your knee is coming to the outside of the body. You want to try to keep both of your sitting bones, or rather your low back, really pressed into the mat evenly. And it might feel good to straighten out the leg a little bit. You'll stretch more through the hamstring, and you can move around here if you want, bringing the leg out wide or a little more narrow. Take a couple more deep breaths in through the nose, out through the nose, that ocean wave sound on the exhale, starting to build a little bit of warmth in the body. And then slowly, carefully release that foot, send it long on your mat, and draw the left knee in, hooking around the shin, roll out the ankle, wiggle the toes a little bit, and take it in the other direction. You'll reach for the outside of your left foot to come into half happy baby here. And focus on relaxing the shoulders, keep the neck soft and the jaw unclenched. As you breathe in, you might notice the belly pushing against your left thigh, softening as you exhale. And again, you can play around with straightening out the left leg, maybe pulling it in towards your midline. Stay curious with the body. And go ahead to release your left leg long. Give both legs a little bit of a shake. And then rolling onto one side, you'll push yourself up to seated. Bring one foot in front of the other. Hands on the knees. Find a tall spine here. Draw the shoulders down your back. And we'll take cat and cow in a seated position. Inhale, pull the heart forward, lift the chest. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin. And inhale, coming back through. Keep the elbows tucked in. Exhale, you can let the elbows come out wide. Drop your chin to your chest. Taking a few more at the pace that feels good for you. And we'll meet back in a neutral spine with the shoulders stacked over the hips. Interlace your fingertips behind you, clasping the palms together, and begin to straighten out the arms, getting a deeper stretch here in the chest and the shoulders. And then you can either stay here or you can begin to bow yourself forward. Maybe the hands will come away from the low back as the head drops towards the floor. And breathe deeply in through the nose, out through the nose. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath in. Exhale, begin to draw yourself back up, release the fingertips, and then just switch the feet. So bring the opposite foot in front. On an inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, reach tall through the side body. Exhale, twist to the left, dropping your right hand to the left knee. Inhale, come back up through center, reach, 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 and exhale, twist to the right, left hand to right knee. Staying with this, inhale, reaching up, feeling the side body stretch, spread the fingertips. Exhale to twist. You can use the hand on the knee to deepen the twist. Inhale, come up through center. Exhale, twist. This time, hold here in your twist, using the back fingertips as a bit of a kickstand to keep your spine straight. And your gaze is going towards the back shoulder. Make sure that it's comfortable for your neck. And think of your spine like a wet towel. As you breathe in, you're finding more length. And as you breathe out, maybe a slight deepening of your twist, using the hand on your knee to assist you. Send all the air out. You'll breathe in, lift the arms up through center. Take it over to the other side to pause in the twist. Gaze back over your left shoulder. Sit up nice and tall. Deep breaths to help with the twist through the spine. And inhale back up through center, reach tall. Exhale, hands will come down. Make your way into tabletop, onto your hands and knees. And as you come into your tabletop, really engage through the arms. So to do this, think about opening up 2 jars with your hands, and you're rotating your elbow pits towards the front of your mat. You should feel the biceps start to engage, the shoulders engage. And then from here, staying nice engaged through the arms, just walk your legs back into a high plank. And then from here, you can engage the legs, really push through the balls of your feet, squeeze the thighs, and pull the belly up towards your spine. Take a big breath in, big breath out. Inhale, exhale. Now you want your feet to be about as wide as your mat. We'll come into a side plank, just rolling onto the outer edge of that right foot, keeping the right hand planted so the feet are stacked, or rather they're staggered, and you're lifting the left fingertips up. Draw the belly in. Carefully place that left hand down, coming back to your high plank with the feet spread about mat's distance. And we'll take it over to the other side. Left hand plants, roll on to the outer edge of your left foot, and lift the right fingertips high. Keeping a slight bend in your left elbow here. Really pushing through the fingertips. Come back around to a high plank, take a breath in, and you'll exhale to downward facing dog, where you can walk out your dog and feel a nice stretch through the spine. Think about pushing through all 10 fingertips and lifting your hips high. Take a breath in. Exhale and walk your feet to the top of your mat. Forward fold. You can either take ragdoll, or if you want to grab a hold of your big toes with your peace fingers. Bring your weight forward into your toes and see if you can lift the hips a little higher towards the ceiling. You can shake out the head or sway side to side. Again, just staying curious and wondering what's going on in your body this morning. Release the fingertips down towards the floor. Inhale for a halfway lift. Think about keeping that spine long, gaze slightly forward. Exhale, drop your head down. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Bring the palms to touch. Exhale, drop the hands back. Elbows will reach towards the sky. Pause here and really think about lifting the elbows. You're going to feel a stretch in the chest. If your shoulders are tight, they might be coming up towards your ears. That's all right. Stay here for one more exhale. And then inhale, reach the arms back up. Exhale, fold over your legs. Drop the head. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, step back to your high plank. Engage the thighs. On your next exhale, lower down, low plank, or onto the belly. And then you can take cobra or upward facing dog, meeting in downward facing dog. And then lift your left leg high to the sky, coming into that three-legged dog position. You'll take a breath in, and as you exhale, pull the left knee to your right elbow, coming across, and the upper body's in a high plank. Inhale, send it back, that three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to right elbow, high plank. One more time, inhale, reach back. Exhale, pull it across, pull the belly in and up. And inhale, send it back. This time, step the left foot all the way through, planting it on the ground, and drop on to the back knee, bringing your hands to your hips and pull the torso away from the front thigh. So here, you want to engage through the legs and through your midline. Think about squeezing your legs towards each other, like they were two magnets and they're drawing in together. And keep the lower belly drawn in, abdominal muscles engaged. From here, go ahead and reach the arms up, palms will touch, and then drop the thumbs back. Just like we did before, think about reaching elbows high to the sky, a slight lift in your chest. Inhale, the arms will come up. Exhale, fingertips come down to the floor, keeping that back foot tucked. Lift your back knee, straightening it out. And inhale your left fingertips up, coming into a twist just for one breath. And release, left fingertips to the floor, step back to a high plank. Breathe in. Exhale, lower down. Inhale for your back bend, up dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Nice big stretch here through your spine. Think about wrapping your biceps towards your ears and lifting your hips to the ceiling. This time, send your right leg up behind you for three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale as you draw your knee to your left elbow, high plank. Inhale, sending it back nice and controlled. Exhale, slowly cross it over to your left elbow. One more time, inhale to lift it up. Exhale, pull it through, crossing to the left. And inhale, back up. This time, step it through and plant your foot on the mat as you drop your back knee and lift up, hands to your waist. And this is a great position to really stretch into the hip flexor of the back leg. So this side, it's the left hip flexor that we're working. And just be mindful that you're staying engaged through the core and lifting up out of the waist to prevent any sort of unneeded pressure in the low back. And then lift the arms up as you breathe in, palms will touch. Exhale, drop the thumbs behind towards the neck. Keep lifting up through the elbows. Stay here for a breath or two. Continue to push through that front heel. Inhale, the arms come up. Exhale, fingertips frame the front foot and lift the back knee away from the floor. On an inhale, reach your right fingertips up to twist through the spine. Pause for an exhale. One more breath in. And exhale, the hand comes down, high plank. Breathe in. Low plank as you breathe out. Cobra or upward facing dog. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Drop onto your knees for a moment, coming into a modified child's pose. So walking your elbows forward here, bringing the palms together. You're gonna drop the hands behind your head to feel the stretch through your triceps. So you're on the elbows, palms together. And your arms can be a little bit wider than parallel here. Just playing around, you should feel a stretch through the triceps. And release your fingertips to the floor, making your way back to a downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, bring your feet to the top of your mat. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold right over the thighs, drop your head. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, step the left foot back. Good, drop on to this back knee and hands will come up back to the waist. So we're gonna flow through a couple of like a seesaw motion. So as you inhale, you're gonna shift your weight forward. If you'd like, you could have your fingertips on the ground. And as you exhale, move it back, flexing toes towards your face, leg straightens out. So inhale, you come forward. Exhale, you shift back. If you want to add a little bit more, I guess it would be a little more of a challenge into it. As you come forward, you can sweep the arms up, engage the core. And as you push back, you're sweeping the arms back. Stay nice and strong through the abdomen. Inhale, you sweep forward. Keep lifting out of the hips. And exhale, shifting it back to stretch through the hamstring, reaching fingertips behind you. And whatever you've decided today, just make sure it feels right in your body. You're asking yourself what you need, what you want to try. And then the next time you come forward, frame the front foot and you'll lift the back knee, coming up into a high lunge. So reaching those arms up overhead, bend into the back knee, bending into the front knee, so nice and deep here, feeling the legs activate. So inhale, reach up. As you exhale, drop the torso towards your thigh, reach back and straighten that back leg. Inhale, back up into a high lunge. Exhale, sweep forward, straighten the back leg. One more time, inhale up. Exhale, sweep back, this time coming into airplane pose. So keep shifting that weight forward, press through the front heel and lift the back leg away from the ground. Stay here for about 3 breaths. Gaze is about a foot in front of the mat. And step back, high lunge. Reach the arms up. And you'll open to warrior 2. Inhale, flip your front palm, reverse, nice side body stretch. Cartwheel the hands down, come into your high plank. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog, open up the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, rise up on to the balls of your feet. Exhale, sink your heels and walk your feet to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Find that length. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up, ground through the feet. Exhale, fold, drop the belly to your thighs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right foot back and drop onto the back knee. Lifting up into a low lunge, hands to the waist. We'll take that seesaw here on the other side. As you inhale, you're coming forward. Remember, you can have your fingertips on the floor. And as you exhale, shift the weight back, straighten the front leg, toes flex. Inhale, bring it forward. Exhale, controlled to shift back. If you want to try sweeping the arms up as you come forward, keep the core engaged. Exhale, slowly reach behind. Take a few more here. Most important thing is that you're connecting each movement with your breath and you're finding stability through these movements. And the next time you come forward, you'll plant the fingertips on either side of the foot, lift the back knee away from the floor, come all the way up, high lunge, reaching arms overhead, bending in the back knee, and squeeze your inner thighs towards each other. Inhale, spread the fingertips. Exhale, shift forward, reach the arms back. Inhale, high lunge, lift the heart. Exhale, shift forward, straighten the back leg. One more time, inhale, lift, bending your back knee. Exhale, bring the torso forward and lift into airplane pose. Take your time to get there. You can take a couple of hops with that back foot on the ground and then lifting up, palms face down. Step it back to a high lunge. Reach your arms up. Open to warrior two. Inhale, flip your front palm, reverse. Exhale, lower the hands down, come to a high plank. Keeping those feet wide here, just like we did at the beginning, you'll shift your weight into your right hand, roll onto the outside of your right foot for a side plank. Take a big breath in. Exhale back to high plank. Shifting weight into your left hand, roll onto the outside of your left foot, inside of your right foot, and reach tall. Engage the belly. Big breath in. Exhale to high plank. Lower down. Inhale, cobra. And push back to a downward facing dog or a child's pose. We'll pause for 3 breaths. Remember to check in. Ask yourself what you need. And we'll meet in a downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Exhale, bring your feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sweep into chair pose, Utkatasana. Reach the arms up by your ears. If you have another variation for your arms, if you want to press the palms together, or if you want to keep hands at heart center, you can do that. Focusing here on keeping your weight in the heels and squeezing the glutes towards each other. Upper body stays soft and your breath is even. Take one more breath in. And then as you exhale, push through the feet and rise up. Sweep the arms up, inhale. And exhale, hands back through to center. Come to mountain pose. Taking a moment of pause. Spreading proud across the chest, slight lift of the chin. Feel nice and grounded through your feet. And keep the right foot planted. Step your left foot back into a warrior one position. So that back foot's at 45 degrees. With your hip or with your hands at your hips, begin to rotate your hips towards the front of your mat, squaring everything off towards the front as best you can. And then reach the arms up. Continue to engage the abdominal muscles and push through that back foot. Open up to warrior two and reach behind, catch opposite elbows. Continue to spread across your chest. Take your gaze towards the front of your mat. So get a good stretch here through the neck. Maybe find a little bit of a deeper pose, bending into that front knee. And release the forearm, the front forearm to the thigh. Left fingertips reach up for side angle pose. Continue to push equally into the front foot and the back foot. Engage your obliques, your abdominals by imagining there's a piece of paper. It's actually the lottery ticket. You have won the lottery and you don't want to crush it. So don't rest your arm too heavy on the thigh. Keep a little bit of space there. Take one more breath in and exhale, hands to the earth. You can flow through chaturanga or you will just meet in a downward facing dog. And inhale, lift the left leg high. Exhale, step it through, coming to warrior one on the left side. Take your hands to your hips first and think about rotating hips, torso, and shoulders to the front of your mat. Then lift the arms. Make the connection with the back foot into the floor. Even out your breath. Breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. One more breath in. Exhale to open warrior two, catching opposite elbows behind. And your hips are open to the right side of your mat. Chest is open to the right side. Just the gaze comes over your left shoulder. Equally use the back leg and the front leg. So take note, a lot of time we want to sink into that front foot a lot, but we've got 2 legs, so best to use them. And then you'll release the bind, take your left arm to the front thigh, reach your right fingertips up. Get that full stretch through the right side from the ankle all the way up towards the armpit. Staying light with the arm on your thigh. Nice big breath in, spread all 10 fingertips. Exhale, the hands come down. Step back to a high plank, chaturanga, or you'll meet in a downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Exhale, walk the feet to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, wrap the right arm under the left for eagle arms, clasping what you can. And then bringing it into the legs, bend both knees. Begin to lift your right foot up, wrap it around. Squeeze the thighs together. And focus on your gaze. Pick one point to really home in on. On your next inhale, unravel to sweep the arms up. Exhale, left arm comes under the right, wrapping on the other side. You'll bend into the knees and lift your left toes up and over. You can use those left toes on the ground as a kickstand. It offers a little more stability, totally fine. Or you can try to lift them away from the ground. As you take your next breath in, sweep the arms up, unravel. We'll come back into that right side. So right arm under, right leg over. You'll stay here for just one breath in. And as you exhale, start to unravel and you're gonna come into airplane with the legs. So just kicking that right foot back, keep the arms bound. And then slowly you're gonna wrap back up. See if you can keep your right foot lifted the whole time, wrapping into eagle. On your inhale, unravel, sweep up. And other side, left arm under. Left leg comes up and over. Engage the core, take a breath in. As you exhale, begin to unravel the leg, kick it back, dropping your chest parallel with the floor. Your focus on one point will really help with balance. Begin to draw your body back up to stand as you wrap the left leg over the right. On your next inhale, unravel to sweep up. Exhale, arms come down. Find that lift across your chest. Let the palms face forward, fingertips are soft. Find space to reconnect with your breath. Reconnect with the floor beneath your feet. For tree pose, draw your right foot in, and it can come anywhere. It can come anywhere but the knee. So it can come to the inner thigh or to the shin, the ankle, and take your arms behind, finding a bind here, focusing a lot today on opening through our heart space. firm connection between the lifted foot and the thigh. You can stay here for a few more breaths, or if you'd like to bring this right foot across the thigh and fold forward for a bit of a glute stretch, you can do that. And if you have blocks, you can bring blocks underneath of your hands, let your head drop towards the knee. Begin to make your way back up using the whole surface of your foot rooted into the ground to rise. You'll release the right foot down and switch sides. Left foot comes up either to the shin, it can stay close to the floor, or maybe you pull it up towards the thigh. On this side, take any variation of the arms that you'd like. Focus on your breath, the cool sensation of air coming in through the nose, warming it with the body, and then a warm exhale of air out through the nose. You can stay here or cross that left ankle above the knee and fold forward for a glute and hip stretch. Relax the head down. Keep your jaw soft. And begin to push into the planted foot. Rise up all the way and release both feet to the ground. Step your feet wide on your mat, coming into a wide-legged stance with the toes pointing forward or slightly turned in. Bring your hands to your waist and draw the elbows back. Take an inhale as you lift up. Exhale, bow forward. So nice wide stance with the legs. We're working through the inner thighs here. And then continue to draw your elbows towards each other. Let your head and neck drop towards the floor. You'll release your fingertips towards the floor and begin to shift your weight towards your right foot, bending into the right knee. And you can stay as high as you want, or you can drop low. You can even bring your hands here to your waist, and then you're going to walk it over to the other side. Bend into the left knee, right leg straightens. So be mindful, again, you can stay lifted and just taking a small bend here from side to side. Being careful with the knees. Seeing if you can bring movement and breath together. Try inhaling through center, exhaling to one side. And the next time you land with the right knee bent, walk the fingertips towards that front right side of your mat. We'll come into pyramid pose. So right leg will straighten, back foot will hop in slightly. and drop your head towards your shin. You can take a bind here. You could catch opposite elbows or reverse namaste. Or if it feels best, you can leave your hands right next to the front foot. And spread your toes wide on the mat. Feel full connection with your feet and the floor. Release your fingertips to the floor. If you had a bind, you'll keep your left hand either on the ground or you can bring it to a block for a twist. So right arm is gonna lift up. Try to keep both of your legs straight here. Right hip is drawing back. And continue to breathe in through the nose, out through the nose, in through the nose. Exhale, release the right hand to the ground. And you're gonna shift, walking yourself back through center, over to the left side, coming right to pyramid pose. So left toes point forward, right foot turned out slightly, drop the head to your shin. Finding the arm or the hands where it feels best for you, either in a bind or staying down towards the floor. And then notice where the mind wandered, if it's staying nice and present with your breath and body, or if other thoughts have made their way, that's fine. You just, as easily as they come, just let them go. And then with both hands framing your front foot, keep your right hand on a surface, the floor or block, left fingertips reach up for the twist. Continue to draw your left shoulder up towards the sky. Pull belly button towards your spine. And release the left fingertips down to your mat. Make your way back to the top of your mat, wherever that is, and send both feet back for a high plank. And then nice and slow, with the elbows drawn in, lower all the way to your belly. Rest one cheek on the mat and reach your fingertips back towards your toes. Interlace your fingertips together, making a fist. Reach the fist back to straighten your arms, and we'll come into locust. So lift the legs, lift the chest. Slight tuck of your chin here. Feel a good stretch in the back of your neck. As you breathe in, you might notice that a little rock happens in the body. As you breathe out, you lower slightly. Take one more breath in. On your exhale, release the whole body to the floor. Rest one cheek to the mat. And we'll come back up, either locust pose or bow pose. So either we'll do what we just did one more time, or reach back for those ankles, flex the feet, and begin to kick. Remembering that one pose is not better than the other. It really just depends on how the body is feeling and what you're looking to get out of the pose. Nice big breath in. Slowly release the body to the floor, releasing the ankles, Rest one cheek to the mat. And then bringing your hands underneath of your shoulders, you'll push yourself up and come onto your seat. So reaching for the left, outside of the left foot, you can use your right hand behind you as a little bit of a kickstand here. You'll start to straighten out the left leg. All right, so just out in front, it doesn't have to be in a wide straddle, it can be towards the front of you even. And think about drawing your belly in nice and tight, lifting the heart. And then lower that foot down, come into the right side. So reach for the outside of your right foot and begin to straighten the leg. If there's a little bend in that leg, that's okay too. Really think about pushing down through your sitting bones, pushing through your left fingertips, and engage your core. All right, and then lower. So we did one of each. So the next step is to either do both. You can try both, reaching for one foot to straighten, kind of leaning back, reaching for the other foot. And so both of my knees are bent. You might start to straighten. If you try it and it's not working, I want you to come into a boat pose, okay? So wherever you decide to stay, we're working on balance and we're working on core strength. So either grabbing onto the feet, legs extended, or you're in boat pose. Hold here for 3 more breaths. Relaxing through the neck. And then everybody lower the feet to the ground. Knees are bent. Lift up through the chest, sending your heart forward. You'll exhale, roll all the way down, lowering onto your back. Setting up for bridge pose. So walk your feet so that your fingers could touch the heels. Tuck your shoulders underneath of you. Inhale, push into the floor, lift your hips high. And maybe you interlace those fingertips underneath. It will help lift the heart a little bit higher. Continue to push through your shoulders. Focus on big, beautiful, long breaths. And lower all the way down, slowly releasing fingertips. Option here, you can either let the soles of your feet come together, knees drop out to the sides, or with the feet as wide as the mat, drop the knees in towards each other. Take an inversion of your choice. So a couple of options. One, if you have a block or a pillow, you could come into waterfall by lifting the hips and sliding a block underneath of the sacrum, letting the legs and the hips be elevated over the heart. You could come into shoulder stand if that's in your practice, or you could take plow pose, which is what I'm gonna take. It's been a little while. So plow pose, rolling back, toes coming overhead. And you can use the hands on the low back to offer a little support. Your inversion, whichever one you're in, it's sending signals to your brain that we're entering into the rest and digest, rest and relax mode. Your blood pressure will lower and the heartbeat will start to slow down. Coming out of your inversion, nice and slowly bring your legs back down to the ground, straightening them out. And draw your right knee in. Take a supine twist, drop it over to the left, reach your right arm out, gaze to those right fingertips. Come through center, switch sides, draw the left knee in, and drop it over to the right. Left arm comes out. Look at the left fingertips. Release the twist. Send your legs long and the arms drop down next to your body with the palms facing up. Take a full deep breath in. Let it out with a sigh. Take a final moment here to do nothing. As you begin to make small movements in the body, become aware of the space beneath you, noticing any sounds you can hear. slowly, mindfully make your way back up to a seat. Take your time. And sitting tall. Feel your breath. And then bringing hands to heart center. Sealing class with one Om. Breathe in. Om. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great day. Thanks for joining. It's good to see you both.